former FBI Director Jim Comey and former CIA Director John Brennan were not among those three who were indicted. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And to the extreme disappointment of some on this panel, your investigation failed to produce indictments against Hillary Clinton, correct?
That's correct.
Didn't indict Barack Obama.
That's correct.
Didn't indict Joe Biden.
That's correct.
Couldn't even indict Hunter Biden.
We didn't
correct?
Investigate Mr. Hunter Biden.
Dave, you have a piece, excellent piece, breaking down this whole thing. What were your takeaways from the Durham stuff?
I mean, just first of all, in regard to Hank Johnson, the good news is that no island's capsized. So, I mean, at least there's that. No, look, I think my biggest takeaway, like we had already seen the report, right? So we already knew that the most important part of the report was Durham saying that there was markedly different treatment. That was the euphemism that he used between the Hillary Clinton case and the Trump case. What that really means is bias, right? But my biggest I'm glad that you showed that clip, because my biggest takeaway was that even though the FBI has admitted wrongdoing here, right now they claim that they've fixed it all since then, but they admitted that they got significant things wrong here. Democrats are not curious about that at all. They just don't care. And every time a whistleblower shows up, every time a witness who's even vaguely critical of the DOJ or the FBI shows up, they treat them as a hostile witness. You know, they call them grifters. They call Matt Taibbi not a real journalist, right? I mean, this is their playbook. And my message to them is, we can't start to get past this until Democrats are willing to take this at least somewhat seriously. And there's no evidence that that's coming.
Okay, Dave, I hear Durham say things like accountability. I hear him say FBI agents apologize to him. As you pointed out, the FBI has come out and said, well, I mean, we've adjusted some procedures and things like that. And look, I'm sure you will disagree with me, but I look at the history of secret state police agencies that are weaponized against one political party. I genuinely believe the FBI has the capability of destroying the entire United States of America. Eventually, that's not going to happen tomorrow, but it can go that way. And yet no one seems to agree with me on this. Republicans, Democrats, they'll yell about this. Maybe we'll censure this. This is an organization that should be under attack by the GOP. Funding zeroed out. Public trials. This has to get squared away now, or it goes someplace really ugly in this country.
Yeah, no, you might be surprised, but I don't actually disagree with you that much. I think it was about 7 or 8 months ago, one of my editors at the Daily Mail reached out and was like, hey, do you want to write a column saying, you know, we're getting pretty close to needing to say that the FBI has to go away, right? And my initial reaction was, oh, I don't know if I want to write that. I mean, that sounds a lot like defunding the FBI. That's probably farther than I want to go. But as we started going back and forth with just the parade of horrible things that the FBI has done over the past decade, I wrote the column because it's just obvious that they're biased and that they're not being fair. And, you know, we had the breaking news today from a whistleblower who's saying all kinds of, you know, now apparently we have text messages that say that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were in the same room, shaking down Chinese corporations. I'm in the room with my father. I hold a grudge. I mean, come on, guys. Like, this is... And here's the thing. I do think that this coming 2 days after this sweetheart deal, there are going to be a lot of Republicans who say, okay, this deal has to be off the table right now.
For too long, we've been led to believe that communism is a thing of the past. But the truth is, communism is alive. It's here, and it's infiltrating every aspect of American life. Introducing the Anti-Communist Manifesto by Jesse Kelly, the practical guide for patriots ready to defend our nation from its most dangerous enemy. Discover the shocking extent of communist infiltration in our education system, their alliance with American corporations, and the twisted truth behind environmentalism. This eye-opening book exposes the true face of communism and empowers you to fight back. Join the fight for freedom. Pre-order your copy of the Anti-Communist Manifesto today by going to jessekellybook.com.